You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hey, everybody, it's Stefan. Welcome to another episode of MLVC. Today on the show, we are joined by DJ and producer Amy Wiles, who recently released an amazing new remix of Madonna's Get Together. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Thank you for having me.
I was so happy when someone had posted the you teasing the remix at one of your shows, and I was like, "What on earth is this?" And I like just that little snippet. It was like 20 seconds maybe. I was addicted, and I was like, flew to all your socials, being like, "Please tell me she has the full version now. Please tell me she has the full." And it wasn't, and so then I started like a personal campaign of like spamming your comments with like, "Please release this immediately."
Oh, thank you so much. No, I'm glad it's picked up a lot of Madonna fans' ears. So yeah, no, it's really great that the remix is doing well.
Yeah, so let's go back a little bit before we tackle Get Together. What started your DJing career? How did you get involved in that?
Well, I've been DJing now professionally for over 6 years. Just like releasing music, touring internationally. But I have been DJing for as a hobby. I started probably over 10 years ago, which makes me feel kind of old now. But yeah, that's how I started. I just sort of picked it up as a hobby to start with and was doing it for 5 years, kind of at little events here and there. And then the record label that I'm signed to now started putting me on their events, and it kind of just snowballed. And I just utilized like social media to go with the growth and was releasing more music, doing lots of bootlegs. So yeah.
Who were some of your inspirations to start DJing? Like, did you have certain DJs that you were looking up to thinking, I want to be like that?
Yeah, I feel like it changes all the time in terms of inspiration, but at the time, because I was signed with Anjuna Beats, originally it was like Above and Beyond that were
Mm.
my idols at the time. So it was amazing to then be like signed to their label and touring with them. Um, but also I would say I'm more inspired by the 90s trance classic kind of sound rather than a person. So yeah, that's all of my tracks kind of have that 90s-esque sound to them.
Yeah, and I guess it was just the natural progression for you to start like spinning other people's records, but then producing your own versions of those songs.
Yeah, no, exactly. I feel like when you start DJing, or when I did anyway, I never expected it to be a career. So once I did get some bookings on some bigger lineups, that's when I really knuckled down with the music production and was like, okay, I want to make a real go of this.
Is it, I guess there's more like longevity in life if you start producing your own music, correct?
Yeah, 100%. Um, I think there's like a few DJs that don't release their own music that they're sort of known as tastemaker DJs. I know I don't he has released music in the past, but even someone like Carl Cox, I don't think he releases that regularly. But he's known for being a real tastemaker DJ. So you do get a few, but essentially I do think you need to produce your own music to further your career.
Yeah. Who do you think is like killing their game right now? Who would you say like top three DJs are right now?
So I just
Other than
open
you, other than you.
I wouldn't put myself in there just because I'm not that big-headed. But I just recently opened for Ketama at Amnesia in Ibiza. He is like one of my favorite artists right now just because he's tapping into that kind of trance-esque sound that I like, but in a new way. It's got like really classy, cool music. Who else? I always love getting put on the spot in this situation. Um, who have I been listening to? There's another duo called Idemi. I can't remember how to say their name, but they're also releasing like really classy kind of trancey sounding progressive stuff. So they're really cool. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I when I heard your remix of Get Together, I was like, "Oh, this is fun. This is it's faster. It's inherent with the actual the like the basis of the song. So
Mm.
let's talk a little bit about that. How did you choose to remix that song? Like what about Get Together was the reason that you needed to mix that?
I've literally loved this song from the minute it was released, and I remember listening to it when I was a teenager. Um, I feel like the sounds in the song are still so current,
Hmm.
and it's that kind of the original version. It's not as I don't know, like you can't play it in a club because it hasn't kind of got that beat to it. Well, not for my DJ sets anyway. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to create my own version for my DJ sets. And yeah, I just kind of put like my own spin on it, trying to keep as much to the original as possible because it's like amazing and I didn't want to change too much from the original. So I feel like the only thing that I have really changed is the speed, the drums, and like the bass slightly.
Hmm.
So it's more of um a rework than a remix, I would say, just to kind of bring it up to date a little bit.
Yeah, so Get Together is one of my favorite all-time Madonna songs, and I was crestfallen when they had released the original remixes for Get Together because I didn't feel that the people who remixed that song got it. Like they just didn't
Yeah.
service that song the way I felt that song deserved. And when I heard your remix, I was like, finally, somebody got the song right in a remix.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you. That's great to
and
hear.
and I think you're correct. It's less remix, more rework because you still stay faithful to the original, but you've sort of like amped it up a little bit. It's definitely
Mm.
much more fast. It's more frenetic, but you've still sort of like pulled those synths through that keep it get together.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I wanted to do because I really loved the original anyway, and there's not a lot about that I would change apart from the fact that I just needed it to be more pumping to fit into my sets. So I did add a new synth lead of my own into the track just to kind of give it my sound in a way. But yeah, other than that, I kept all the original like melodic elements. So
And what goes into creating a remix? Like when you sat down, did you already know what you wanted to do, or did you have to sort of work through it and find your remix?
to be honest, I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I just knew that I wanted to play around with it and see how it went. And then when I started doing it, it was one of those that came together in like less than a day.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, I'm really vibing with this. And then yeah, it came around really quickly. It just took me so long to get it out to the public because I wasn't sure if it was going to be received well, or I thought maybe I'll play it in some DJ sets first and tease it and see if people want me to release it. And that's exactly what I did. So
And how has the reception been? Has it been successful at your sets?
yeah, it's been on TikTok. I think I had about 3 videos on TikTok go viral in the end. Just everyone asking me, where is this track? I need this. Everyone's asking for it on Spotify and stuff. So I'm working really hard to try and get it cleared, but it is Madonna, so that
Yeah,
could,
I think that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand because everyone's like, why isn't it on Apple? Why isn't it on Spotify? There's obviously licensing restrictions that you can't just throw up your own
yeah.
remix of someone else's song if it's not officially commissioned. So, I mean, Godspeed. Hopefully, those were. But where can people get the remix of Get Together?
So it's currently up on my SoundCloud page under my artist name, which is just Amy Wiles. So yeah, you can listen to the full track on there for the time being, and hopefully we can someday get it cleared.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, yeah, so that's your encouragement, everyone listening, watching, to go and like repost Amy's TikTok. Let's get it popular on TikTok because we know
Yeah.
Madonna likes to pay attention to what happens on TikTok. And maybe if it goes viral more on TikTok, then she'll want to release it because it's definitely really great. So have you considered ever remixing another Madonna song?
I do really love Hung Up as well and Sorry. I think if I was gonna do one out of the two, it would probably be Sorry. But yeah, I haven't thought about doing another one soon.
Hmm.
Um, but never say never.
Yeah.
I feel like she actually does have all of those trancey elements in her track that I really love and steer towards. And someone told me the other day that doesn't know her, but I think knows her team or something. They said that she's really into trance, so that kind of makes sense.
Fingers crossed that she resonates with your remix. Yeah, so let me ask, what are your thoughts on Madonna and her music? I mean, I know you're not a super Madonna fan, but you're aware of her music. What do you think overall of her and her dance music that she's put out?
Oh, I'm a big fan of all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I even love all like the whole entire album that she did. The Confessions album is just great. And
So
I was
I don't.
quite young, I think, when that came out. If you could remind me what year
Yeah, well, that
that
was 20 years ago this fall. So,
20 years. Wow, yeah. So I would have been 11.
oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, time goes by. Uh, so she's apparently going to be releasing a Confessions sequel as her next album. What would you like to hear if you could lean into Madonna and be like, Madonna, this is what you need to release? What would you like to hear off of that upcoming album?
When you say a sequel, is she like redoing tracks from the
Yeah,
album?
good question.
No one
Nobody
knows.
knows. Yeah, she's been very elusive as to what Confessions Part 2 means. I don't know if it's like a continuation of what she did or she'll like pick up with like the theme and just go somewhere different. I don't know. But yeah, we
Interesting.
like to theorize and have a wish list. What would you like? So knowing that she did Get Together, what would you like to hear as a sequel to something like that?
I would love to hear more of her music that's in that lane, personally. Like if she had more unreleased tracks that were going to be on the sequel, like some unreleased bits. Yeah, if it was in a similar lane to Hung Up, Sorry, and Get Together, which in my opinion all have that traditional trancey sound, I'd be all for it. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying just the other day, if we can get something as brilliant as Get Together on the sequel, I would be more than happy.
Yeah.
Um, tell me about your upcoming. I know you're busy with your DJ schedule. What upcoming gigs do you have? Do you have other upcoming projects and remixes on the way?
Yeah, so in terms of projects, I have an EP landing end of October. So I have a single coming from the EP end of September, which is
Nice.
called Balearic September. Kind of just written about my gigs and my time that I've spent in Ibiza this summer. And then the EP is called I Never Want This to End. Just basically meaning like I never want this journey, career, everything to end. And it's just a collection of 5 songs of mine that I've done over the last 2 years. So it's probably like my biggest project so far. And in terms of touring, I'm actually a bit all over the place from September to December. So I've got some gigs coming up in South Africa. I'm popping over to Bangkok,
Oh
like
wow.
doing a little Asia stint over there. I'm playing at ADE in October in Amsterdam. Oh, and I've got my I've got my headline show at Ministry of Sound in 2 weeks' time in London. So
Very nice. Oh, that's amazing.
thank you.
Yeah. Do you love the travel schedule? Is that fun?
The actual travel I don't find fun. I mean, who really likes a 13-hour flight? I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. But once you're there, obviously, it's all good fun.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I know you're busy and you've got a hectic schedule, so we're fast and short today on the show. But tell everyone where they can find you on social.
You can just find me at Amy Wiles Music on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere basically. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, no, this is great. Everybody, please go check out Amy's remix of Get Together. If you're a Madonna fan, you're going to love it. Remember, you can find MLVC on all social platforms at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. If you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Amy, this has been great. Stay where you are just a real second. We're going to end the recording. But until next time, everybody, remember, it's all an illusion. There's too much confusion.
Love that.
Stay
Thank
there.
you.
Stay there. Hold on.